Welcome to an introduction to the Clanet Intelligent Learning Platform. Clanet is the easiest way to build learner-centered courses that combine Finnish pedagogy with smart learning analytics, making the learning process personal, engaging, and transparent. You can use Clanet on any device, either through the cloud application with your web browser or one of our mobile applications. The two things that lie at the core of the Clanet experience are social learning and analytics. Let's start by looking at the social learning features. Social learning is an effective way of engaging learners and supporting high-level thinking and learning. In Clanet, social learning is a big part of the experience throughout the platform. You can create your own social profile, get notifications of interactions and important reminders, and there's also a low-threshold chat tool for both groups and one-to-one messaging. The most important things are, of course, the learning areas. They're called boards in Clanet. Boards can be courses, group work areas, or even content areas a learner has set up for themselves. When you open a course area, the first thing you see is an overview of the course, as well as any announcements, social interactions, and the other board members. This makes it clear that you really are learning together with others. Clanet keeps track of the learner's progress, so they can easily pick up where they left off. You can add content and assessments with a few clicks, and when you do add content, it's made social. What we mean by this is that learners can make notes, ask questions, and add comments directly into the content as they are learning. They can also like each other's comments and answer questions. Notifications help learners and educators engage in and keep track of discussions. This type of discussion leads to more and higher quality collaboration, which is needed to drive learning. The online world outside of learning is already quite interactive and interesting. It's about time learning platforms leverage this as well. Learning analytics provide organizations with answers to questions about the learning process. What are the learners engaged in? What is challenging for them? Are they stuck somewhere? Which of your materials are creating interest, and where should you intervene? In Clanet, there are several analytics tools that support personalizing the learning experience for each learner and show what impacts the success of learning. Learning paths make it possible to create alternate progressions throughout the course based on differences in existing knowledge, learning goals, or even the preferences of learners. So we don't need to have a traditional one-size-fits-all model of education. Instead, the learning process can be easily adapted to the individual's needs. Educators like Clanet's analytics because it gives them visibility into the so-called black box of e-learning. They get an overview of the learner's progress in real time, see if they're getting stuck, and who might be in need of support or encouragement. If educators want to drill down on what's happening among the learners, there's also a host of metrics that helps the educator discover how to improve the learning process. One example of this is the accumulated study time metric, which shows an approximation of how much active learning each learner has done. It's important to note that this is not a measure of learning, but a measure of engagement. But even this simple measure can be a good indicator of engagement among learners who are in risk of dropping out of the process. Another metric is the challenge evolution group, which tells you about the learner's experiences in real time. Learners are automatically grouped into clusters who find roughly the same things easy and difficult. And by selecting a cluster, educators see which activities and topics are most difficult and thus might need more practice. In addition to these, you can easily see what learners are spending time on, how they are collaborating, how they've experienced assessments, and what grades they are on track to achieving. Learners also see their own data, helping them to reflect on their own learning. They also see content recommendations as they are learning, which can help them find material that suits them best. A lack of engagement is the most prominent problem in online learning. Our analytics give you the insights to tackle this easily. Clanet provides organizations with the two important qualities lacking in online learning: engagement and intelligence. Your learners feel at home with the modern usability and can easily be encouraged for active participation. The learning analytics provide you with the needed insight to make your courses even more effective. Clanet can also be customized to your organization's brand, thus making it your own learning platform. There are also several language versions, so each learner can pick the one they are most comfortable with. Thank you for your attention during this short intro to the Clanet Intelligent Learning Platform. If you want to know more, you can reach us at the address you see here or by visiting our webpage.